Okay, so I've done the feeding video and I said I would then be doing the next video. But this video is a little bit more about me and my life living with 3 pythons, which, you know, isn't a lot, but I do get to have a lot of one-on-one time with each of them on a daily basis. So, I want to sort of introduce myself, and, my channel name is Gotta Love Carpet Pythons, and my real name is Gay. So, you want to comment, by all means, and say g'day gay. So Aussie, isn't it? G'day gay. Hi gay, hello gay. But why did I decide to make these videos? There's not enough women, I think, that do this as such. Maybe there is, I don't know. I know some, but the one person that actually influenced me to become a YouTuber and make a channel was One Soft Kiss. I've watched her videos for I don't know how long, and I've often thought, I could do some videos, and it was not to be the same or to compete or to be better. There's none of that involved in it. It was, I think, for me, a little bit more about putting it out there that us as women can do everything and anything, such as caring for snacks. No matter how big, how little, you can do it. Also, and I'll try and stop the but it is a little bit of who I am, and I use my hands so much. It is what it is. I can't change it. But basically, One Soft Kiss influenced me to do some videos. I had no expectation that they would be viewed by anybody, that I'd get a multitude of subscribers. That's not what it's about either. It's just sharing my life with my pythons and what I do. And if you pick up on or get some hints, tips that you didn't know about, and you think, wow, that would be really great, that's what it's about. And also the importance of respecting and really caring for these guys. They deserve it. We are privileged to be allowed into their world, not the other way around, and I'm sure One Soft Kiss has said that in her videos previously, but I am the same. So it's about putting forward what I think and feel. And I also want to mention a lady, Julie W., who was the first person to make a comment, and that was fabulous to me. That, wow, somebody watched it, somebody liked it, somebody's commented, and thank you, Julie, for doing that. I really appreciate it. And Julie's, got a boyfriend that says, you make a channel. She says she's a bit camera shy, but I'm not influencing, I'm encouraging her to step up and do it, Julie. It doesn't matter how faulty it is, faulty in terms that it doesn't look great, or it's not that that good a video. That's not what it's about. It's about getting that message across that these guys deserve to have a better reputation in this world than what they actually have. So by all means, Julie, step up and go for it. And you know, if you only reach one person out there on what you believe in, and I'd love to see your guys as well. So yeah, I look forward to that day. And also Julie sent a message telling me, you know, keep it, I like it when you keep it real. You know, my first video was what I consider to be, you know, okay, I did it, spur of the moment, just to get one up. I'd already made the channel, done nothing. And I look at it and go, oh God, that filming was horrible. But, you know, Julie said she loves it being kept real. The day, you know, the normal stuff that happens and goes on around us, and not the what is it, the sparkle and the pizzazz, and it doesn't need to be that. And I agree, Julie, it doesn't. So that's why I'm sitting here and talking one-on-one without my guys. You know, Jesse's got that rat gone, so yeah, he's going to have 2 next week. Jack is get in there. Yeah, he's sort of over the head. So I'm going to keep this and my videos real. Thanks, Julie, for the advice. So what do I want to say? I'm 56 years old. And now my phone rings. And that's my daughter. So I'm going to, and I'll put this together. Sorry, guys. Okay, I think I missed, because I didn't press the darn record. See, this is real life. Didn't press that record button properly. But that was actually my grandson on the phone, who stayed on the phone because he wanted to say something to everybody that's watching today or watching this video. Basically his words were, snakes rule everybody. And that's exactly how he feels. You know, he's only 6 years old. I'm already getting him to be an advocate for the snakes of the world. You know, not just pythons. Every snake in the world deserves respect, and not to be killed and wiped out and all the rest of it. So I don't ever remember where I particularly left off, because, you know, I'm getting older and my memory goes on me quite regularly, and it can be difficult for me to catch up and remember, or I can get through a bit of a conversation that I was heading somewhere and then I go, what was I don't even know what I was going to say now about that. But to try and get back on track, you know, and talking about my life, and my life is these guys. You know, I do have a life outside of them, but pretty much on my day-to-day, it is all about them. Jack has got his down, and I've decided that I am going to give Jesse another weaner today. He's still looking at me like he is hungry, and more than usual looking at me that he's still hungry. So he's going to get a double up I'm just trying to thaw it out for him and get it going for him. But yeah, my life with my snakes, and it's every day. You know, it's every day with them. You know, I am fortunate enough that I'm a specialist foster carer, and what that means is I take care of complex needs children. So, you know, I love all animals, creatures, big, small, otherwise. And I also love kids, and hence why I foster care. And that gives me the privilege of not only you know, giving kids a home and love and support, but a privilege to be home on a day-to-day basis. You know, I did work professionally prior to becoming a carer, so I wouldn't have had the time to put in that I do today. Now, I haven't, you know, I wished I'd become an owner of my guys, or snakes anyway, many years ago. And I don't think I really, you know, I never really thought about it. It wasn't really something that was around me, I guess. So it never entered my mind. And, you know, I'll make mention here of a friend of mine, Tina. She knows who she is. She started it all, I think. So, you know, thank you, Tina. I am grateful for that. So here I am with 3. You start with one, then you decide to get another, and then you can just keep going. It's a bit like tattoos. You get one and it's never enough, and you know, is it an addiction? Maybe. Or is it just a passion? Tattoos aren't a passion. You know, it is what it is, but certainly a passion when it comes to my snakes, any snake. So, you know, I just wanted to just tell you a little bit about me, and who is a lot of the time behind the camera and not necessarily in front of the camera. So you can kind of put that face to the voice, or the voice to a face, whichever way you say it. I'm not sure about that. And Julie, I'm keeping it real because I actually made myself a cup of tea to drink. So I'm going to have a bit of a drink here. And maybe I should have made mention prior, yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a one-on-one chat. Go make yourself a cup of tea, sit down and watch this video. Pause it, whatever. So, you know, mentioning each individual snake at this particular point, Jessie, who I got for my grandson, or did I? Now, I did get him for my grandson, who is 6, so a little bit too young to be having that responsibility, but he is getting more and more responsibility when it comes to Jessie. Noah no longer lives with me, but he was. But, so, you know, I'm teaching him and hoping he will advocate for these guys as he gets older and becomes as passionate about them as I do, and has a room full of them for himself at some stage. So Jessie is 2 and is going through that gawky stage. You know how teenagers you know, hit teenage and they're gangly and they're, yeah, just something about them. You know, Jesse's a bit like that at the moment, and you know, he's learning that weight transfer stuff right now of what to do with that part of his body. You know, he's got this one okay, but he hasn't got that one okay. And if the back end's okay, then he's gone around my hand to grip me with his head. So, but it's hilarious, and I'll try and get a video of him, you know, when he's out and he's actually on me, and he's quite secure, you know, for this part of his body, I guess, but this part of it, you know, the tail straight up, and it's just sort of, you know, flapping, and it's like, well, what am I supposed to do with this bit of me? He'll figure it out. He will get that, and he has so improved, and I've got a video of him last night that I will put up as well, so you can check that out. Lily currently at the moment, as I've mentioned, is in shed, and she's pretty close actually to shedding, so hence why I didn't feed her today or bother her, because I definitely know she's not going to feed. So I'm leaving her alone, and hopefully, you know, I'll try her after she has shed within, maybe not that day, but the next day. You know, they're pretty tired after they've shed. You know, I also see it as they can be pretty hungry too, but yeah, I can wait till the next day to actually give her something to eat. And Jack, of course, has just been fed, and as you saw, his feeding response is back. He's all into it. He's happy chappy, and so he is going into his hide. So he's gonna chill now for a day or so and digest that rat. Now, pardon me, I will make mention that there was a time there where, you know, Jack would eat, and you know, within 2 hours, he'd be banging at that door to come out. And being the softy that I am, I would let him out. And it was cooler weather. So, you know, I learnt that, no, Jack, you're not coming out. You need to stay in there. You need to digest. You can't be out. And it wasn't that I was physically handling him. I was letting him do his own thing. But because it was taking him longer to digest, etc., he became a little constipated because of that. So what I chose to do, I'm not saying you go and do it, but what I did was, he went to the toilet and I could see he was constipated. So what I did was, the next feed, I only put 1 ml of paraffin oil down the back of the throat of the rat and put it in the stomach of the rat and fed it to him. And believe me, he next time he went to the toilet, he was great, and he's been great ever since. And I don't let him out, even if he wants to come out, because it has a roll-on effect. So you know, I'm just saying, they do need that time to digest in heat, and he was not getting that out here doing what he was doing. So, you know, you learn, I guess, as you go along. But he's so spoilt, and he always wants to come out, but he's getting it now. Okay, I've eaten and she's not going to let me out of here, so I'll stay here. You know, tomorrow morning I will open up and I'll give him a drink of water, because he always has a really big drink, especially the day after. I'll freshen up water bowls today because they've fed, and make sure they've got really good fresh water, because they do tend to get thirsty after they've eaten. So just a suggestion to remember that, you know, freshen up their water after you've given them a feed, so you know it is nice and fresh. You should be making sure of that anyway, but particularly after a feed. I might mention too, you know, a little bit about feeding, and you know, if your guy has or gal hasn't been to the toilet in the time frame of actually eating or coming up for the next feed, for me, I would be looking at why not, and checking to make sure there isn't an issue, maybe putting them into a nice warm bath, you know, or taking them outside, which I can do with my guys to stimulate that. Or, you know, are they constipated, having difficulty? But I would not feed again. I would wait until they've used their bowels before you put another rat in there. I think you would be asking for trouble if you did. So be patient on that one. You don't want a constipated snake to a degree where they cannot go, where it sits, it becomes rock hard, and then you're at the vet. So avoid it for sure, and don't back-to-back feed if they've not been to the toilet. I always make sure that they have. I don't really know much else to say to you except, you know, this is me, the real, who I am, what I am. I do things my way. I don't expect everybody to do it my way. This isn't the purpose of these videos. These videos about letting people know that these guys are amazing, amazing pets, amazing to have in your life, and amazing to see that they bond, they know who you are, they show love and affection to you. It's difficult, I know, for people out there that have not been around them to go, you've got to be kidding me, that's a load of crap. But it's not a load of crap, it's real. Watch one soft kiss. Go and watch her. Take a look at her, guys. Then, yeah, come and have a look at me. And you'll see that you can have these types of snakes in your life. One soft kiss isn't a one-off that has it. I'm not a one-off that has that relationship with their pythons as I do. You can have this with your guys. You totally can. And you don't need to get a hatchling. You can get an older snake, which I mentioned in a video that I haven't done or put up online yet. There's so many out of them that need rescuing. And when I say you can get an older snake, you know, handle that snake before you bring it home. Ask a multitude of questions. You know, all of that stuff. You don't want to take on a snake that's got issues either. But if you get one that just needs a few tweaks here and there, spend the time, put it in, and I'm pretty sure that you're going to end up with similar snakes and similar love and everything that they'll show you as my guys do. It's time, and if you do that, you'll succeed, and the snake will love you for that as well. So I think I'm you know, I'm all out of, you know, I'm not that interesting really. I'm just your everyday. I cook, I clean, I take care of my own children, my grandchildren. I have a busy life in that aspect as well. And they've certainly learnt to understand that I'm passionate about my pythons, because I think sometimes that's all I really talk about. And I'm sure they get sick of it, and I think sometimes I've said, Mum, can you talk about something else? And I do. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and you know, if you liked it, you know, that like little thing down there, and the subscribe is there, and you know, leave a comment. You know, if you want to fault something, you know, go right ahead. I'm open to that as well. So here's to another day. Only thing is, none of them are going to come out today because they all fed today. So it's going to be a lonely day. Yuck. Anyway, cheers, bye. What do I say? Signing off. Yeah, one day I'll find something that sticks and sounds good. Bye guys.